Hi there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me today. This is the card that we are going to be creating today, and I'm going to start off with this little dog die which is from AliExpress, and then I have this stencil here which is also from AliExpress, and I am just putting a little bit of post-it note tape, which is just low-tech tape, on the back to hold the stencil in place, but I want the whole front panel to be covered in a light layer of Distress Oxide tumbled glass, which is just a really light blue colour. So I'm just gently putting it on and it goes through the stencil really nicely. All of the products that are from AliExpress, I will try and remember to link them down below. And if I forget one, you should just give me a little reminder in the comment section. I have three shades of, I have a black and then two browns. I have a kind of a craft paper and then a brown and then the black. And I'm just running it through my little mini die cutting machine, which I also purchased from AliExpress, and I'm still loving. I use it all the time and it just sits on my little craft desk. So I've just done one of each of those colours, run the dog through, and here I'm just taking a wee pencil through one of the outlines, and this is just a scrap piece of paper that I can adhere down all the little doggy parts onto to create the dog, just so it gives it a nice strong base kind of thing. And then I'm just spreading a little bit of glue on, and I'm just going to pick up each little piece, and obviously you could create 3 dogs out of these die cuts, but I'm just putting together one little dog because that's all I need for today. And he's going to have little black eyes and a black nose. That's all I'm using the black for in this case. So I'm just using this little quick stick tool from We Are Memory Keepers, and to put in all those little fiddly parts. It kind of has a sticky bit on the end that picks up all those little fiddly parts. And there you go, my dog is kind of coming together. I just need to put his little ear on. And he looks really cute. These little characters are pretty cute. And then I can just see a little bit of that paper from behind, which I trimmed off. So there's my little dog. And now I have this oval die from an oval die set of maybe 6 or 8 dies, which is from AliExpress. And I'm just putting the die ever so slightly toward the top and running it through my die cutting machine. And then I have this nice oval cut out, but I want to keep that little centerpiece. Then from here I have this My Favourite Things stamp set called Four-Legged Friends, and it has this little saying Yappy Birthday in it. I am a big fan of using whatever resources that you have, and if it's branded or unbranded, whatever you have, you should use it. So this one is from My Favourite Things, and it's a pretty cute stamp set. So I'm just putting on the Yappy Birthday in some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, which is a great pigment ink to stamp with. And now it's just a matter of putting the card together. This was a nice, quick, relatively simple card to make, and I like how it turned out. So a little bit of double-sided adhesive on the back of the craft piece of paper, which is cut down just so that there's ever so slight little, I think either 1/8 maybe of an inch border around this. And the card base is Nina Solar White 110 pound paper, and it measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I have put foam tape on the back of this card front, and the foam tape is from AliExpress as well. I get all my foam tape from there, and so I have popped that up on the foam tape, and I'm going to put the little circle back in, but I'm going to lay it down flat just so that the card has kind of some really obvious dimension. And then put a couple of little foam dots on the top of the dog, but the other part will sit down flat. And that is pretty much my card for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye!